In today's session, we learn about viral vectors. You might be wondering, viruses are known for causing infections. What might be its role in genetic engineering? They have their fair share of importance in genetic engineering. Today, we'll be mainly focusing on bacteriophages. These are the viruses which cause infection in bacteria. There are other viruses used in genetic engineering, such as adenoviruses, which are human viruses which cause infections in humans, and other plant viruses such as baculoviruses and Gemini viruses. We'll be knowing about it in later videos. Here, DNA is the genetic material in these bacteriophages, and there are two main types of phages based on their structure. One is known as the head and tail virus. Here it is mainly known as that because it contains a distinct head-like structure, which is a icosahedral structure, and a distinct tail-like structure, which is later known as the attaching unit in the bacterial infectious cycle, and another being filamentous. Here the virus is not distinguished as head or tail. It has a simple structure. It is a filamentous. General pattern of viral infection cycle in bacteriophage. The tail here, or for the head and tail virus, and an example of this being the lambda virus, attaches to a the bacteria host and releases its genetic material. After releasing its genetic material, this genetic material contains guide for producing the progeny of new viral particles. This happens by utilizing the host mechanism, that is the bacterial replication mechanism, to produce the individual parts, that is head and tail separately, later causing assembly of these particles, and this is released by rupturing the bacterial cell. There is another type of infectious cycle. The lambda phage is known popularly to exhibit two types of cycle, that is lytic cycle and lysogenic cycle. And it is very keen on switching between lytic and lysogenic by observing the conditions available in the bacteria. The lysogenic cycle of infection is seen when the bacteria is growing in a very suitable medium, while the lytic is seen when the bacteria experiences any damage to its DNA. The phage particles which are formed, the progeny is released and allowed to infect other suitable bacteria which are growing in nice growth conditions. Here we will see about lysogeny, which occurs when the bacteria is growing in a very suitable and good condition. When the viral genome is injected with the help of its tail and contracting proteins, this genome is circularized. Here in lambda virus, the genome can be linear or circular. This genome will be circularized and integrated into the bacterial chromosome. And this virus divides when the bacterial divides to form daughter cells along with the bacterial chromosome. And the same lysogenic integrated DNA is transferred to the daughter cells. If there is unsuitable condition, this excise, this will cut off from the bacterial chromosome and synthesize its individual particles, the head and tail, and assemble, cause the lysis of the cell and release its viral progeny. Here, the stage when the bacterial chromosome is associated with the viral chromosome is known as prophage. This stage can shift between the lytic cycle and the lysogenic cycle depending on the conditions available in the bacteria. The gene organization of lambda molecule. Mainly in genetic engineering, we need to know about what is the ability of this virus which makes it shift between the lytic cycle and the lysogenic cycle, what in its genome contributes to its linear form of DNA and the circular form of DNA. Here we'll know about There is DNA located in the virus. DNA is located in the head, that is the icosahedral head of the virus, and tail mainly serves for the purpose of attaching this viral particle into the bacteria. The important feature of this phage is genes related to individual character, that is, if a capsid must be synthesized, the genes responsible for individual protein, say if a capsid contains some 24 proteins, the genes responsible for all the single individual proteins are clustered together. Like all the proteins responsible for capsid, all the genes responsible for synthesis of these proteins are located together in the genome. As you can see the image here, all the genes from 0 to 20 are the genes responsible for capsid proteins synthesis. Here we can see the linear and the circular phage DNA. The circular aspect of this is attributed to the sticky ends. In the previous session, we have studied about how sticky ends are responsible for joining the DNA molecule. Here the same concept applies. The sticky ends are present at two corners of the sequence when it is in the linear form. When this is circularized, these two sticky ends contain sequence which are complementary to each other. These two form base pairing, and ultimately resulting in phosphodiester bond, thus forming a circular DNA. This is alternative between the two cycles it chooses for the mode of infection. The infection cycle of another virus, that is known as M13 virus. This virus is of great importance in genetic engineering, as this does not cause lysis of the bacterial cell, and it has only one mode of cycle and does not require another mode of cycle for its propagation. This enters the E. coli through pilus. In the previous sessions, we have studied about how pilus is formed by F. plasmid TRA gene between two bacteria, which is regarded as a mode of sexual reproduction. Here, pilus is required for M13 phage to cause infection. This M13 phage injects its DNA into the bacteria through the pilus, and this DNA is circularized and it undergoes replication. This replication reaches up to certain point, like till a copy of 100 is formed in the cell, the replication keeps on taking place. Later, the assembly of organism takes place and the progeny virions are released. And even in the daughter cells, when the bacterial cell undergoes division, the 100 cells which were present in the parent cell becomes multiplied and becomes 1000 when it's transferred to the daughter cells, and subsequent divisions results in increased number of viral progeny formed in the cells. One important aspect of this is it does not affect the bacterial cell in any way. It only just slows the rate of its growth, and it does not cause lysis of the bacterial cell, nor it kills the bacteria. So the division of bacteria will also cause division of these virions present in the bacteria and transfer of these to the daughter cells. So its replication part is very easy, as it does not cause lysis or for the need of searching another bacteria and all the things. So in the replication, it forms a very important stage. Like as soon as the DNA is released into the host, it forms a single-stranded DNA circle, single-stranded circular DNA. During replication, this forms a double-stranded structure known as replicative form. This form is of great importance in genetic engineering as this form is similar to that of plasmid. We have seen plasmid is a double-stranded circular DNA which is self-replicating. This double-stranded form of DNA in M13 replicative form resembles that of plasmid, so it can be handled in the same way as a plasmid is handled in genetic engineering experiments, like how the inside desired gene is inserted into the plasmid. Similarly, this can be handled in that way. If you find this video informative, please do like, share and subscribe to our channel. Thank you. If you need more information regarding this aspect, please check for the link below.